If we see Peter Drucker's philosophy of management as a universalistic idea to relativize the borders between economy, philosophy, arts, etc., and if he claims the increased inclusion of these spheres in management, we've got to ask to which extent they are included so far. So I'm not going to talk about concrete philosophical concepts that seem to influence several managers. Slavoj Žižek, for example, reflected on the remarkable popularity of Buddhism with top managers. Instead, I want to focus on implied unconscious philosophy in society and especially economy. Drucker's theories remind me of what Karl Popper calls philosophical prejudgments that are based on philosophical theories but largely not deemed to be philosophical. That idea that opinions are generally affected by personal interests is an example for such prejudgments. Popper says everybody is a philosopher even if he or she does not realize it. He appeals to a general, not only professional, not only academic perception of philosophy that defines philosophy as a fundamental part of everyday life, which helps to avoid unconscious prejudgments. The Austrian journalist Robert Miesig describes a similar phenomenon. Referring to Antonio Gramsci, he argues that there is something like a spontaneous philosophy in everyday life, a conglomerate of facilities, illusions, mystifications, but also implicitness. Spontaneous philosophy surfaces in telltale idioms like "every man is the architect of his own fortune." Miesig says, "We all are Marxists today." He states an all-round vulgarized Marxian materialism that manifests itself in popular belief. For example, the common belief that economy processes are impossible to influence or change. People who frown upon philosophy actually practice philosophy. I assert that many philosophical prejudgments are based on the concept of the homo economicus. I'm going to focus on two aspects. First, humans are rational creatures with only one goal, to maximize their own benefit. This correlates with Miesig's avertment of an unconscious everyday philosophy, according to which every action is motivated by economical interest. Second, this concept hinges on rationalism, which implies a mathematical configuration of the world. Dieter Schnaas criticizes this radical anti-metaphysical philosophy that ignores warnings from Simmel, Weber or Adorno about the danger of a metaphysical swept world. Through his universalistic approach, Peter Drucker is well aware of this danger too. And therefore, we not only have to bring more philosophy into the economic field, but we must acknowledge that no one is free from philosophical influence, and this influence ought to be critically analyzed.